cache, app compact cache as well. But I refer to it as shimcache because it's a lot easier to say. Oops, late. We just started. It's fine. So, today it's gonna be like you guys might ask, like, why is this registry part 2? And Amcache is its own registry. Shimcache also lives in the registry, but not many people know that. But that's why I'm just saying it, and it's gonna be under the registry webinar. So, the first thing we're gonna talk about is Amcache. And Amcache lives in C Windows App Compat programs. And here it is. Let me just open the path. And we can see the Amcache Hive. And now you can parse this using Registry Explorer. That's fine. But today we're going to talk about Amcache Parser by Eric Zimmerman. Okay, so Amcache in Windows basically helps apps run. That's its purpose. But when screen sharing, it helps in seeing executed programs. It also logs the date of execution, logs the SHA-1 of the executable, but only logs the first 31 megabytes. It doesn't log the entire file for some reason. But yeah. So the first step is you just open command prompt and you cd into that directory. And you can run Amcache parser by typing the name of the exe and then -f, which stands for file, and the directory of the Amcache. So we can go to that directory and we can see it lives under here, like I said. So we're just gonna copy full name to clipboard if you have everything, or you can just copy it from your Discord server. I have this ready, but on my Discord server, but I'm just showing you guys. And then you do CSV and then dot. And you just wait a bit. It doesn't take long. It's very fast. And it's gonna create 6 CSV files, and you're gonna open them using Timeline Explorer. Does the Femboy folder log in Amcache parser? It does not. It logs executables, it logs .link files, and drivers. Yeah, shell bags, maybe. Maybe it logs in shell bags. Not in Amcache, though. Alright, so we get Timeline Explorer, open it up, and in here, the only thing that we are looking for is unassociated file entries. This is the most important in all the 6. You can just drag it here, and we can see this. Now, I like to just put this here, so it's a lot cleaner. And then I just filter for timestamp, then I go up, and then voila. we can see things I have executed before. You can see I executed Hightail Launcher, Wireshark, uh, and other things, Steam. And in here, we have the SHA-1, but this only logs the first 31 megabytes. So if it's like Vape Lite, maybe Drip Lite, it's going to be useful. Anything above 31 megabytes, it won't log correctly. Copy the path into path parser. Yes, that's also a very good method. You can just do this, and then Control C, open up your notepad, and just do this. And then you can use path parser by Spockman. What is the difference between Amcache with BAM and prefetch? Amcache helps apps run. Prefetch helps apps run faster. And BAM is just like background activity. It's not that helpful, I think. I'm not sure. Do you rate this tool, Amcache Parser? Orbdiff is a very good dev. I like his works. You guys can use this. There's also Spockman. He's making a tool. GitHub Spockman. He's also making an Amcache parser. So right now we're gonna have to use Orbdiffs, but it's really good actually. Orbdiff has a lot of good tools. Prefetch, a fileless, jar parser as well. But you can use this, guys. It also shows like signed, unsigned files deleted. Or you can use Amcache parser. And this is it for Amcache. There's not really much into it. You can also see product name, the size, the version, and a bunch of things that you guys are not going to use. I mean, these are all logs, so it helps the executable run. So, yeah. Okay, the second thing we're going to talk about today is Shimcache, or App Compact Cache. And I really love this tool. I love Shimcache. I love everything about Shimcache. It's very useful. And we're just gonna go into Shimcache. And we can parse it by just typing the name and then just using CSV dot. That's it. And here it is. And you would just pop it in Timeline Explorer. And this logs in UTC time zone. So just be aware of that. Actually, let's talk about Shimcache for a moment. Shimcache is basically an app compatibility. It helps old apps run. So if there's an old app or an app that's like weird, it's most likely gonna log in Shimcache. And like weird files, it also logs a lot of loaders, like sheet loaders and hollowers. There was a bypass, I think it was Bruisen. His hollower would log here. It was like some dumb thing like blah 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 dot MSI. That was his hollower. It would log in Shimcache. Okay, so Shimcache doesn't log most of the time. It only logs when the user restarts their PC. But there is a very small chance that you will see it actually logs lifetime. I don't know why, but yeah. So it's useful in the case of you're trying to see if they have a loader. Maybe you're a 5M checker, you like to check a few days ago. These are all like good things to check. And there is a difference between Shimcache and Amcache. Shimcache logs uh, executables that weren't ran at all. Okay? You gotta be aware of that. Not everything you see here was executed. The the thing that uh like shows execution is this. Whoops. Executed. There's a whole tab for executed. You can see no, 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 yes, no, no, yes. But if they have a loader or a like some dumb thing, I would ban them regardless if they have executed it or not. But I guess these are Red Lotus tools. Not many people follow it. But Shimcache is very useful. Do you guys have any questions about Shimcache or Amcache? No. Okay. IO. Which cache logs the SHA-1? The SHA-1. Whoops. Amcache. Okay, you're correct. Is Amcache proof of execution? Like, is it always proof of execution? Yes. Yes. Bro, these guys are dead. Yo, you guys can answer as well. ChatGPT. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Do you guys want me to write the questions so you can just paste it in? I am present. Nobody did. My uncle's calling me 24/7. Oh, I'm a bit confused. Why? When I need to use Amcache or Shimcache, what I want to prove. Um, I use both in almost every screen share. But you can only use it if you wanna like you have a long screen share. You can just use both. And it's useful for evidence of execution for previous boots. That's also correct. Why use Shimcache though when it doesn't show stuff from the instance? That's a good question. I personally use it in Minecraft to see if they have a loader, probably. I would look for any weird executables in here. And just like Bruisen's, it logged here and that helped me catch Bruisen's loader. Or Hollower, sorry. Doesn't give you anything though, because it isn't an instance. Sometimes it would log in instance files, but it depends. That's the thing. I've seen some PCs log like an instance. I'm not trying to listen to OD content talk at 2 a.m. It makes you sleep almost as good as mommy as ASMR. What is wrong with you, bro? Bedrock people are weird, bro. Basically, I can prove existence with shim. Yes, you can prove existence and execution as well. And with Amcache, yeah, Amcache logs a lot of things, as you can see. And in Amcache, you guys can also use shortcuts and drive binaries. You can also use device PMPs. This is for USBs and probably DMAs. I don't know. Teach us some else as well. Okay, I do have another cache planned in mind. DMAs in mind. No, and 5M. Someone should make a SHA-1 library that parses. Meh, maybe. I mean, you can just use this Amcache parser by orbdiff. It would find signed and not signed. Who's pinging everyone? Okay. Do you guys have any other questions about these two? Keep going. Does Bachman BAM parser take startup time to determine what things are instance? Kind of, yes. A question for the last one. Yeah, sure. If you try to parse it and it has 0 entries, indicates it's been cleaned, right? Maybe, but if the PC is a fresh install, like, I wouldn't ban for that if it was a fresh install because they don't have to log. But if the PC has been like with the user more than a week and they used it, like it would log. I can't catch BAM deleted keys in Registry Explorer. I don't know if I'm stupid, but I don't find deleted keys easily. I load the system hive, check deleted stuff. Not a lot of people delete their BAM keys. Or did you like delete a BAM key and test it? But for deleted BAM keys, I would use the one by Spock. Let me quickly showcase it. It's very easy to use, so you're not going to take a lot. Basically, you would just run it in CMD, and you would see the deleted values in here. But BAM sometimes deletes keys on their own to kind of clear out old things. So that's a problem as well. Like I haven't deleted anything, but it says I have. SPCA, SVC. I think you would need to run it in CMD. That's the problem. It's probably a CLI. Do you guys have any questions or do we move on to the next part of the webinar? Next? Okay. So the next part is we're going to cover a tool by Nursoft called Executed Program List. And this checks the MUI cache in Windows Shell No Roam and in the Windows Shell. It also checks Compatibility Assistant Persisted and Store. We talked about these two in the last webinar. And MUI cache logs when a user has executed a GUI program. You can just download it. It's very easy to use since it's a GUI. You open the zipped folder and you just run it. You can definitely use like Registry Explorer to parse this, but I like using this executed programs list. And then we can bring this here and then check last executed on. Or we can also check last modified. Both of these work. We can see I ran BAM deleted keys. It's not a GUI. That's weird. Timeline Explorer, CMD, and all of these things. Yes. These are all just very useful tools. They're very easy to use as well. Unlike Registry Explorer, which is very hard. The bats, I don't think they log in here, sadly. All of these are executables. .exe files. We can also see when the file was created, the product name, version, description, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys have any questions? PCA SVC stops after first thing for me when running CMD. Are you sure? That's weird. I've never used it, but it's fine. Let me try. I mean, works, I guess. Why is this find red? Yes, Bachman has a lot of nice tools. Like, what I did when I first tried screen sharing is I would go on people's PCs, and then I just scroll here looking for things to use. Like, I would use process parser, I would use activities cache, and other things. BAM parser. Basically that's it. He doesn't have a lot. PCA-SVC executed and process parser. Journal. Yeah. My dog went on my account and used exploits. Did we do journal webinar? Yes. Harley did it. At Harley. cook them. Yeah, he has a question about MFT or a journal. Do you guys have any questions so far? Nope, no. Okay, this is a very short webinar. Actually, yes. Do you actually use that tool on screen shares? Because I don't feel that. Which one? Amcache, Shimcache, and the last one? This one? Execute program list? Yeah, 100%. Definitely use this. It's very useful. Isn't last executions view better? That's a different tool. You're talking about last executed files. No, this is the same thing. What? What do you mean? Same thing. What do you mean, bro? Alright, do you guys have any questions? Do we have anything else to cover? Last activity view. That's a different thing. That's the thing. This, oh, it's this one. I mean, this is very large. Like, you can use this. I only use this when I know, uh, like the timestamp. If I know a timestamp of something, I would use it. Screen share me. No. Oh, right, I forgot. I needed jittery. Okay, that's fine. No, this is Registry Part 2. Never said anything about Registry Explorer, bro. I guess only, uh, shell bags, I guess? That's the only thing left in Registry. Hello, Tech. Did you do MFT stuff? No, I have not. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I have a public service announcements. What's up, Tech? Stop screen sharing? Alright.